it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Would you care for me? Would you die for me? Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Libra, good morning. How you doing? So I'm a little bit low down because I don't want the top of my head cut off from the camera. So I'm a little bit low down. It's like, yeah. You're all right, Libra. So hopefully you can also hear me because I'm a long way off. So somewhere's a long way off. So I'm hearing like maybe a 3. Pisces, the world, kind of, it's like a long way off. Like it's a long way to go, long way to travel maybe. Or a long distance relationship or long distance communication. BT. So it might be British Telecom, might be something around I'm talking to someone on the internet or something like that, or whichever way around. British Telecom, telecommunications. Doesn't have to be Britain though, or Brian, Beth, Bethel. Anyway, so let's just get on with your reading. Libra. I actually feel really uncomfortable because this chair is just way too... I can't use the one with the back on it because of the green screen. So let's see. Libra for their year. So anyway, Libra, sorry, I'm completely distracted this morning. How you doing? So Life Path 2 or Libra, doesn't matter whichever way because there's still 2. So Libra or Life Path 2. This is going to be your yearly 2023 and your aspect of what's coming up around involving your whole life. Love life, family, arguments, no arguments, little arguments. Okay, divorce, separation, all those sort of things. But we'll see. Was hearing Lucy, Lucifer, Louise, Linda, also anybody L, LA, also LA Lakers, Lake District, Peak District, Sheffield, Manchester, Leeds, string of beads and Leeds, so British energy that is definitely here. And then I'm also hearing LA, Lake District. Anyway, let's see, Dulake, a dull ache. Have some of you got an ache? Something's aching, but it's very dull. Okay. Dulake District. Dulake, I keep hearing Dulake. Anyway, let's see, Libra. What have they got coming up, please, for 2023? So you got a donkey and a cup. At least you got something, Libra. But it's kind of like, yeah, you're talking to someone, more than likely a water sign, probably a friend. It could be a friend. If you're in relationships, you're in relationships. I can't do anything about it if you're in a relationship. But this could be, you know, obviously definitely talking, starting as I mean to go on. Could be a friend. I do know a lot of Libras. Is this true about you, Libra? Because I have it in Vedic twice, but in Vedic chart. But is it where you guys actually prefer to become friends with the person before you actually commit yourself into a relationship? Here, like, it's kind of like this friends that could become lovers if you're not already. Okay, I'm also hearing the name Eddie, Edwina. But yeah, talking to someone that's for that's for Sheffield. Someone's from Sheffield, like up north here. Let's see. You could even be travelling to Sheffield, somewhere like that. Libra, what they got coming up for 2023 for Libra, please? So 8, Aquarian, Leo in one's chart or your own here. There's definitely a lot of communication. Some of you could have children. You could physically have children. This is, like I said, this is like telecommunications. Okay, I don't know what you call it in a different country, but in here we call it telecommunications. People that work with electricity and phone lines and stuff. So telephoning, phone chat, talk, Snapchat, Instagram, web, anything like that. Also named Billy Webb. Some of you have great communication with your children at this time, okay, or grandchildren. I'm also hearing grandma. Spending a lot of time with my grandmother here. So it could be where you've got kids, Libra, and your children spend a lot of time with their grandmother. During this year or whenever. Or Trevor, I'm also saying the name Trevor, Tracy, Treacle, Tanya, also Tatiana, Tyler's Tarot. Let's see, always comes up in my reading. Let's see, Libra. Anything for Libra for 2023, please, for Libra. So hope you have a good one. Well, this is a single parent. Single parent, yours or your ex-husband or wife, but it's a single parent more than likely, because this is at home. It can be a restraining order that I feel feeling the pinch, a restraining order if one has been taken out. It's also people that may have gone, like, had children with an ex, so on and so forth. There's more stories yet, Libra, hold on. But, like, you know, I went to court with my partner, blah, 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 and I always feel very uncomfortable when they come over. I really don't like them around me. I always feel like I can't escape getting away from the person, and it might be because we had ex-children together, so on and so forth, and I have to keep taking the ex over to see my ex-husband or wife, or vice versa. Okay. Now, these are also people that work at home, so I don't know if there's been an restraining order put on someone, but this is also like at home. So like a father or a mother that lives at home, looks after their children, okay, looks after my kids, and I'm at home quite a lot most of the time on my own, and I need to get out, okay. You can always get out of these, you just have to walk out, that's all. But it's kind of like I'm talking to someone when I'm at home, okay. This person could work from home, like I do a load of work from home, and I spend a lot of time just, all I keep hearing is I spend a hell of a lot of time at home, on my own, home alone. Macaulay Culkin. So I'm actually not, there's a Piscean energy here maybe, but I'm actually picking up that a lot of you guys may be not in a relationship, or this person isn't, that's kind of connected to you. And that might be why you're talking to this person, because you're not in a relationship. If they are, they're feeling very restricted around an 8, which means an Aquarian Leo. If you are or they are, because it could be someone that you're talking to during this year, and you or the other person is single, but what they are wrapped up in is something that goes on around a Leo or an Aquarian, and they're feeling like they can't breathe. Because this is also my fear of engulfment. Like, I don't want to be tied down. I hate being restricted that I can't move, breathe, or think, or fucking think straight. Like, I've got so much going on in my mind, I can't think straight. And it can be a fear of engulfment, like fear of like being settled down, fear of being tied down in a relationship. Like, you can tie me up, but you just can't tie me down, that's all. So it could be someone from Australia, tie me kangaroo down, sport. But like, you can tie me up, sure, I don't mind a bit of sex or something like that, but you ain't tying me down, okay. So there's a situation here that's two situations. Someone here is more than likely single, right, is more than likely single, and it could be you and more than likely a person that you're talking to. If you are talking to someone, it feels like that they are tied up in a situation that they've got going on with a Leo or an Aquarian placement, and they're tied up in that, okay. But they feel restricted in that, and they feel like it's coming to some sort of like show near you or something like that, okay. But it's kind of like this energy of like where you're talking with someone, how they feel stuck in a circumstance that they're in, that they actually want to get out of, but they need an urge, they need a push. It's kind of like I'm trying to, because if there isn't any effort to push this out, like from a person to say, look, why don't you just get out of it, blah, blah, blah. Now, it could be friends, but if it's lovers type sort of connection, it could be, look, why don't you get out, okay, and then see how we get on, okay, because it could be, like I said, it's two flavours really. It's either talking to someone as a friend, telling them what's going on in each other's love life, and look, why don't you just get out of this? I know you can. All you've got to do is leave the person. But then I'm hearing a question of like, but what am I leaving this person for? Now, some people, they do go from one relationship into another one, or they need to, it's a bit like securing a job, Libra, of making sure that I don't leave a job for another job, okay, that I have another job before I leave one, okay. I don't want to like move from a house and not have a house to go to. So sometimes, a lot of people in life, they have relationships where they like to know that they're secured to go into another relationship, but they don't have to spend the next 10 years or so looking for a relationship if a person likes being in relationships. So they can kind of be like, well, I'm kind of like, I need to know that where I'm going, I've got somewhere to go when I come out here. So it's like that. Okay. So I am picking up that there's another message here that some of you might be where this person's in solitary confinement. Okay. And that I need to know that I have a place to stay when I get out, okay? So out of prison or out of a relationship or out of a circumstance that you or the other person's in, and I need to know that I've secured somewhere first before I move. So it might be where you've got moving that is coming up, like Richard Pryor. Fuck you, Roy. I give him the wrong finger. But like I need to know that if I'm going to be moving, that I know that I want to move for a start, and the fact that I need to make sure that where I'm going to, I have a place secure. Because some of you, like I said, you might be trying to move out from where you actually are now. Now that could be the whole lot that's including within you or someone else's relationship. Like moving possibilities of job and house could be coming up this year for you. And you're kind of like, look, I need direct communication because I need to know where I'm going when I leave here. Have I got somewhere to go to? And if it's moving, it's securing somewhere first, looking for a partner, looking for an apartment, looking for a house, looking for a job, and making sure that when I leave, I've got somewhere secure to go. Okay? Now, this could be all told, or Amanda Holden, but like all told of a message for you, of you could be talking to someone that's trying to get out of something that they're in, whether that's including you in a relationship or a friendship. There's a situation that some of you are going through where you want to leave the job that you're in, but you need to make sure that what you're leaving it for is secure. There could be, say for instance, if there is a third party situation that starts to come up through your reading, that I need to make sure that if I leave a person that you're secure enough to be with for me to leave a person, okay? Because it can be like that, okay? I need to make sure that I'm leaving this person for you, but we need to get to know each other first if that's what you or they are doing, okay? Let's see, Libra. For Libra for 2023, please. Libra for 2023. It's very cold in the UK at the moment. Oh, damn. Why is it? Oh, it's 3 degrees at the moment, but it's been in the minuses. It's now raining. How the hell can you go from snow and extreme ice of -7 to the next day, fucking rain? That's Britain for you. Like, it was -7 the other day, then it went to like -4, and now it's completely just pissing down with rain all the time. Let's see, and what's I heard the name Lorraine also? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Have you got something to do around Life Path 7 or a Cancerian? Putting on the brakes? Or you're dealing with a Piscean here somewhere, you've got 3 of Wands and then the actual hangman showing up. Let's see. Libra for 2023, please. So you got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so there is an offer. It could be putting in an offer of a house or a home or a settlement. It could just literally be like, well, the offer's there if you want it. Like, but it depends what this offer is. Okay, it's pure and it's honest. But if it's to do with love, then someone needs to put in this offer to say, look, I'm talking to you, blah blah blah. Here's an offer. I'll put it on the table. Do you want it? Like, do you want to be in a relationship with me? Do you not want to be in a relationship with me? Do you want to talk to me? Do you not want to talk to me? But someone has to offer this cup for it to be accepted. So that's exactly the same. Like, someone could be offering someone to say, look, if you get out of the circumstance that you're in, you've got something to look forward and go towards. Now, that can be you, Libra. It can be the advice that you're giving someone. Okay, to get out of a situation that they're in, to go and find this cup, which could well be you. Okay, and that would also be like an offer on a house, an offer on a job, offering someone out, calling someone out. Okay, like, because it can also be calling someone out on their bullshit, saying, look, you really do need to get out the house, right? Let's see. You need to start meeting people or stuff like that. Let's see. Libra. What's going on with Libra for 2023? Chariot. There you go. So there you go. That's what I was saying. Life Path 7 or Cancerian. That's the feeling I got about putting on the brakes. So there might be something here that's going on. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry. Some of my music is coming up in my ear that I've made in the past. Everybody keeps asking me about my intro. I never made it into a full song, and I recorded it and I made it into like an intro, but I kind of half completed the song, but I just can't find it because I can't remember what I called it. So I've been searching through the 250 songs that I've made and wrote over a period of a year, and trying to go through them all, seeing which ones that I started and didn't finish, and I can't remember what I've called it, so I'm having to reopen them all and try and find it so I can make it into a song, because everybody keeps saying, can you make it into a track? I will do, and I kind of have done, but I just need to find it first, because I actually never mastered it. That's why it's so loud, because I never actually mastered it properly, because I didn't know what I was doing back then, as much as I kind of do now, as at the beginning when I started making music. But anyway, so if you're interested in that track at the beginning that you've heard a lot of, I will try to find it and make it. Okay, and if I can't, I'll try and think how I made it and make it again. It could be an headache. But anyway, put the brakes on. Okay, so it might be something to do with your car needs fixing, or you need a car, or someone needs a lift. Because this can be someone that's constantly at home, and I'm always the one that has to run about everywhere because I'm the only one with a car. Okay, so I have to constantly pick you up. Okay. This is always someone. This is someone that's always on my mind. Jarvis Cocker or Cockfrost, but this is always on my mind. It's always on my mind. So I'm hearing for a lot of you, Elvis Presley. Debbie, Danielle, you right, Danielle? Libra, what's Libra got coming up for 2023? Two of Cups, with you, Libra. So, like I said, someone could have it with you, and you don't have it with them, and you don't even know. But someone definitely has this here, and it's been coming up through the readings. You know, if you've been watching and you are a Patreon member, you'll know exactly how deep down they got here, where things got very confusing during the year of 2023. There's an energy here that is someone stuck in a circumstance that they're kind of trying to get out of. And there's sort of reconciliation and like this energy that pulls them back into it. And then an energy that tries to pull them away from it. So a Two of Cups on a moderate level can just be someone that thinks of someone on their own. When they're on their own, they think of this person quite, like I said, Libra, it could be you. Okay, like doing it or someone to you, but like constantly thinking of you. Okay, a lot here. And it might be like I'm contemplating on coming to see you too. I'm contemplating on meeting you too. It's kind of like, nice to meet you, how do you do? Do you want to come and see me too, as much as I want to come and see you? So it's kind of like that needing to discuss planning of travelling and meeting to meet each other halfway. But I always say that twos are people that have come from divorces and separations, okay, because they're not Six of Cups. They're basically single individual energies, people that are either with someone but they've been divorced with children, so on and so forth. They've gone through the system of the court, trying to go back to court, keep getting pulled back into drama with the ex all the time because of maybe children being involved. So you've always kind of got that around you, Libra, being a two. But it's kind of like there's a new person here, Libra. There is someone, if it's not an old person, there is someone out there, and you may have a connection with them, because this is a spiritual one, but it's more telecommunications. It's more of a telephone conversation, or it's more of a computer type sort of, I really wouldn't say that you would email a lover or a love interest and chat someone up via an email. So I'll definitely say like text messaging and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've seen them. It's always very important to make sure that you've seen the person's face. Okay, because we all know that Libra energy of two can also be the High Priestess. Okay, so it can mean like I haven't actually shown you who I am yet, so I need to do that as well. Okay, because there's probably communication, but you also need to make sure that if it goes any further, that there needs to be like video conversation. Okay, it's always very important to know the person you're speaking to, right? Because I mean, I thought that would be obvious, but for some people it isn't all the time, and I've been through them myself. Okay, end up talking to people in the past, and you talk to them for a very long time, and you've discovered that the person doesn't want to show who they really are on their face, and they don't want to do FaceTime, and you're kind of like, why do you not want to do that? Okay, and so it's very important to make sure that you see the person that you're talking to all the time, even if that's you guys not doing it, Libra. It's very important, if you want to go forward on something, that a person knows what you look like, you know, and everything else. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, because, you know, I do notice a lot of people, they do get into these metaphysical connections, and they have these connections, but they don't actually know who the person is. They just have a connection with them, but they don't know who they are. Like physically, they just have a spiritual connection, divine orchestrated connection. It's there, spirit puts it together, but I've actually not seen you. And that can actually mean that you either have met this person, but you've spoke to them, but haven't really seen them yet. Or you haven't actually met them yet, and you do throughout the year of 2023. Okay. So let's continue on. So just to briefly look over, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Chariot, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so let's see. Now, reconciliation with the ex. If you've got an ex and that's what you want, you're going to have to reach out. If you don't want it, you're just continuing to move forward. Okay, was there in Ford Focus or Ford Fiesta? Fraudulent, something that might be fraud, or someone's into poetry and Freud. Okay, let's see. Steph, Sarah, Steve. I'm also doing Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Libra, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I did see that before coming out because you had like the Three of Wands and Piscean energy that was trying to come out. So it's kind of like this energy here. There's a connection. All I can really tell you is I don't know how strong this connection is between both of you. There's a connection here, okay, and there's sort of a meaningful energy to it. But it's there, but it doesn't ever have to be taken as more than what it just is. It's a connection. But if you want it to be more, you both have to put in the equal amount of work towards it, okay, because it is there. Now, the divorce is also definitely here as well, because that is no longer a Six of Cups. So it might be where you have to communicate with an ex-partner. It's just giving water signs. You've got quite a few energies here. But like I said, you know, some people, they can have connections with some people, but it doesn't always mean that the other person does have it. You would only really know that if you're communicating. Like if you're communicating, it can be on a friend level, and that can just be the only thing that comes of it, or it can be something that does blossom if you end up flirting with one another. You've got to kind of give over some sort of signal that there's a little bit more to it than what you think. Like, you know, give each other a clue, right? Here. And some of you, there may not actually be a love life here. It's just that you're dealing with children that you may have, okay, or siblings, brothers and sisters, and you're just dealing with like water signs maybe, or you've got it in your chart. Now, I've got a feeling that Six of Cups is also going to come up in your reading throughout your year, as well as this Two of Cups as well. Okay. If you guys are in relationships, you are just in a very strong bond with your actual soulmate itself, in love with the person, okay? You may live with the person here. You live with them. You've got a child together, okay? You've got a child together. You live together, and you basically go to and from work here, okay? That's just a general message. But let's see, let's dive deeper into your actual reading so I can get down to the nitty gritty and start drawing you more cards and then clarifying them all. I'll probably move the camera down so you can actually see the table more instead of just a green screen of my ugly mug. But yeah, if you want to join, Patreon is below. It'll be the silver or gold tier only. This is what pays me. Okay, I don't know why people think that YouTube pay a lot of money. They only do that if you've got like 100,000 views per video, or 50,000, say. It's kind of around that. If you get like 30,000 to 50,000, there's a good chance that you can kind of, you know, pay a mortgage and like keep a steady kind of life-ish on that amount of views per video. But when you're someone small like me, the only thing that really pays me most is Patreon. So if you want to join, it really does help me out survive, okay? So that is the silver or gold tier. Obviously, the silver tier gives you your yearly readings, monthly readings, and weekly readings, all told, all throughout the whole month. Sometimes extended and sometimes just on their own, okay? Depending on what we're doing, thoughts, feelings, all that sort of stuff goes on throughout the weeklies. And then the gold tier has all the teaching stuff on it, as well as all of the other readings as well. So depending on what you want. Okay, but thanks very much, Libra. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you over on Patreon or next time.